Hey everybody, I'm Alex.
And I am Evan.
And we're wasting time. Today we're playing Super Robot Wars Z2.1.
Alright.
Nice and concise title.
You're a big fan of this game. I know nothing about it.
I love this whole series. I own every game that's come out in the last 10-15 years or so.
Who is that guy?
So, I guess I should probably start with the premise. Super Robot Wars is a crossover strategy RPG, which incorporates a bunch of different kinds of giant robot anime. So, Gundams, Evangelion, Gurren Lagann, all this kind of shit shows up in these games, and the company builds an original story around them. So it's really like giant robot fan fiction, the game, but it's
okay.
official.
So this is going pretty fast, and that's because most people don't actually give a crap / can't read the dialogue and are just like, we want the robots.
Yeah, I'm mostly just showing off the gameplay. I wanted to show off the gameplay. I wanted to show off just how easy it is to actually play these games despite not knowing any Japanese at all. And it's going a little bit fast right now, but it's an intro stage. I figured, we could just get into the flow of things as we go along.
Who did he just blow up?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. So this particular game, main character there is named Crow, and his whole gimmick is he used to be a robot pilot, but he inherited a huge debt from his deadbeat dad. So he became a test pilot for a new giant robot in order to try and work that off. And these guys are terrorists who are trying to wreck the lab for unforeseen reasons.
Oh, okay.
The thing about Super Robot Wars, and it sounds weird coming from me, who is really big into story, is that you don't actually have to know the plot to really enjoy the games. It's a very visual thing. It's largely an exercise just to watch your favorite robots, beat up other people's favorite robots.
Right. No, I mean, I'm down to watch things beat the shit out of other things, yeah.
This is also post-commentary. I should mention that up front. So that's why I can't, slow things down for the sake of discussion.
That's fine.
Like I said, this is a short stage. It's going to get more involved as it goes on, and I'll explain what needs to be explained. I'm trying to show off new weapon animations when I get them, and not try to repeat the same ones over and over again, unless it's one I really, really like.
So is the mech he's in a famous one, or is that just a OG one for the series?
That's called a Banpresto original. Banpresto didn't used to do this. I think they started around Super Robot Wars 4, where they realized it was easier to build a crossover story around a centralized original story. So since then, they typically introduce a brand new robot and a brand new, company-made pilot, and they build the story around that. And what's funny about that is, after they did that for so many games, they realized they had enough of their own characters to make games that just had their original characters. And so they became sort of inter-crossover games.
Yeah.
Where you have the original characters from different Super Robot Wars games all in the same game together, having their own kind of meta crossover. And those are the original generation games.
Alright, so what is this dinosaur, and where did it come from?
That is a dimensional beast, also called a daemon. I don't remember off the top of my head what daemon actually stands for. I should look that up.
It's an acronym?
Yeah, it's an acronym for something. But in the context of this story, I believe the daemons just start showing up, and no one's quite sure why.
Okay.
And so part of the reason that this robot, the Brasta, was made is it's a daemon hunter. It's an anti-daemon machine. Apparently,
I was gonna ask if the robot was named Blaster.
It's I've seen it romanized as both Blaster and Brasta because of how R's sound like R's in Japanese.
I thought I saw Burasuta.
Oh, you actually... I forgot, you actually can occasionally...
Limited moon speak read.
Brosta seems to be the intended because of a weird pun that'll come into play in the second game. And here's our first actual anime character. This is Wu Fei from Gundam Wing. He's a douchebag, and I hate him.
Oh, I thought it was Hero!
No, he shows up in, I think, the next stage. Third stage? Something like that. Anyway. I think most people who are watching this are probably familiar with Gundam Wing. It was like the first big, famous Gundam series that made it big in America. Not a fan of it personally. I like some of the robots. I actually really like Wu Fei's robot. This one, the Shenlong. It is a sexy machine.
Okay, so they're on the grid. They're just indicated by their heads.
Yeah, this is actually this is a PSP game, which is done in the. Once they got onto big consoles, onto the PlayStation onward, Fanpressa started doing 3D maps and 3D models for the characters. But with Z2, they decided to go back to this older style, presumably because of hardware limitations. And for reasons I don't think anyone's really sure. For Z3, which came out on the PlayStation, they kept this style. Or Z3 came out on the PS3, and despite having access to that hardware, they still went with this like 2D map thing. I don't know. I like it. It's nice and easy on the eyes, and I mean, look, the actual combat animations are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I was going to say because it seems to be like Fire Emblem, where you're on the grid, and then when you fight, you get the animations.
Yeah, more or less.
But then the animations are like way higher production value.
Except I would equate it to Shining Force because I grew up with the Genesis and fuck Fire Emblem. If I'm playing the fanboy game, I get to be a fanboy.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So, I didn't get a chance to really explain my strategy here, but I'm playing in a specific way because each of these stages has but they have a special objective. And if you meet the objective, you get a skill points.
So are animations being skipped there where the
because
blue stuff just kind of acquires you? What the hell?
Wu Fei fucked off because he's Wu Fei. Women and justice and bullshit.
Yeah.
But,
who's fucking Scott?
I don't know what you're referring to.
I thought I saw Scott. It's going really fast.
I'm trying to skip the dialogue stuff.
Yeah. Ignore.
I don't know if that was. I'm also not recording the menu shenanigans between stages.
Yeah, because it's boring.
The choice at the end of the stage was whether or not the player wants their Vrasta to be a melee-focused machine or a shooting-focused machine.
Oh.
I actually had to go back and re-record that whole stage, and had to redo that whole stage because I picked shooting by accident, and melee is way cool.
Yeah, melee. It's all melee all the time.
Yeah. So this is the alternate.
It's Zex.
Yeah. This is the stuff I really like, where they've managed to work the organizations from Gundam 00, Gundam Wing, and Code Geass all to be kind of working in the same storyline. So right now, this is the first episode of Gundam 00, and we've got Setsuna there in the Gundam Exia, and his objective here is to beat the shit out of the Britannian Union machine.
Oh, sweet swords.
They've combined two things. Yes.
So, wait, where's Ephion? Like, I saw Zex.
Ephion doesn't show up until the next game. No, it's better because Zex gets the Tallgeese, which is way cooler.
But the Ephion beat the White Tiger Megazord.
That didn't happen. So, when I first played this, like a year or two ago, I really, really hated all the Gundam 00 characters, but after playing 3 games of being forced to use these guys, this guy, Setsuna, kind of grew on me, and now I use him pretty frequently. He's got a good little machine. Setsuna's actually pretty shitty as a pilot, which is, that's true to the anime. Because in Gundam 00, they all just literally have invincible machines and don't have to worry about, not getting hit by laser fire and shit.
Like, I could tell that guy was Patrick, but like,
Yeah,
I can't read his squiggles. Who is that?
That's Setsuna.
Oh, that's Setsuna, okay.
Yeah, Setsuna F. Seiei, I think his name is. He wants to be a Gundam.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you got messed up, Patrick.
I've actually had to redo this stage like 4 different times for various reasons, and I think the third time, like, I whiffed both those attacks because of just random number bullshit.
Oh.
And this whole stage just went horribly because of that.
Whoa.
So now a combination of Union machines and Oz machines show up, including the Leo, which is my favorite machine, and that's Lock-On. I'm not a fan of Lock-On.
No, Jeff changed his name from Lock-On Steam.
Did he really? Oh, good.
He's not Lock-On anymore.
Good, I'm glad. I mean, okay, like, Lock-On's not a bad character. Now that I don't dislike 00 anymore. He's not that great in Super Robot Wars, though, which is astounding.
Whoa.
Lock-On's a sniper type character, and as far as his machine goes, the Dynamis, I believe it's called, is really good for that. But Lock-On is like the only sniper in the game who doesn't come with the hit and away skill, which lets you take a shot and then move, as opposed to the other way around.
Oh, okay.
And that really hurts him in terms of gameplay. So on like a repeat run, when you have enough. Super Wars games have a new game plus kind of thing, where your points and whatnot carry over from the previous game. And so on a second run, you'll probably have enough points to get him that skill really quickly, and then he becomes a great character for most of the game.
Okay.
But on a first run, you have to invest way too much time into using him, and there's better people, like Yoko. And why wouldn't you use Yoko?
So what are they doing now? Because it's going way too fast for me to talk.
Yeah, Duo showed up because the Gundam Wing storyline's going on, and they're observing Oz activity because they are Oz-specific terrorists. They're trying to beat up Oz because I don't think they ever really clearly explained why in the anime. The colonies are being oppressed for some reason, even though they have the technology to build, like, literally invincible Gundams. Anyway, but
what does that little ball Haro have to do with any of this? What is
Haro is the Gundam mascot, more or less.
Okay.
In 00, Haro is Lock-On's co-pilot, and in Super Robot Wars, they translate that into making Haro a sub-pilot, which is awesome.
Oh, neat.
Every pilot has their own skills and a set of what's called spirit commands, which they're like little magic spells. You can use them to like increase your damage, make you dodgier, shit like that.
Yeah.
And you have a limited pool of spirit points that you can use to cast those spells. But machines that have a sub-pilot can, they have a second pool to draw from, and that sub-pilot has their own nice skills.
Oh, cool.
Like, Haro eventually gets, I think right now he's got like the scan skill, which lets him just see what an enemy's stats are, and he'll eventually get better support skills, so that Lock-On doesn't have to waste his precious SP doing that. Not that I will be using Lock-On very much if I can help it, because seriously, fuck Lock-On.
So I've got to say, I've never been one for this sort of grid battle system, like in the Final Fantasy Tactics vein.
And Shining Force?
Yes. But, this is kind of cool because they flesh out the, actual animations so much, and there's the dialogue when you're, off of the grid.
Yeah.
That it makes it feel more, I guess, VN-like.
Oh yeah, it's really cool when they some of the sometimes they have like little voice actor jokes that go on when certain voice actors are voicing appropriate characters, and they also just sometimes reenact like dialogue from the anime, and it really brings a lot of life to the battle scenes.
I like how he needlessly snapped his sword back into its away position. before zooming off.
Here I'm showing off Ross's new melee attack.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, Gundam 00 is like very needlessly flashy, but I guess it's also kind of part of its charm.
Yeah.
Like, the Exia is a really stupidly designed machine. It doesn't even have like a beam rifle. It's just got a big old sword, switchblade sword on its arm.
The nets weren't even necessary. Like, well, oh, dude.
Yeah.
He's already in the net and pinned. You don't need to do that.
Remember, it's a machine designed for hunting interdimensional beasts.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't kill it?
No.
Dude.
That's the Leo, by the way, and I adore the Leo.
Oh.
It's just really cool looking, and if you watch Gundam Wing, you feel bad for them, because the Leo is like spec-wise, it's actually one of the better, rank and file machines in all the Gundam series, but in the shows, in the actual show, Leos are just there to blow up and have the pilot scream, "It's a Gundam!"
It's like the balls in OG Gundam.
Yeah, basically. And they're kind of adorable. I think the Leos are cute, especially when they're SD, so it makes me sad to see Deathside just mow them down like so much wheat.
Oh, what's he doing? Whoa, crotch bomb!
I think I'm the only person on Earth who didn't think that when they first saw, because I've seen other people say that exact thing.
He just opened his codpiece and missiles flew out.
But he also opened his weird, like, poncho cape thing. I don't know.
Okay, so, right. Animation skipping... Are animations being skipped unless it's like a cinematic one?
I'm trying to show... It's either I'm trying to show off the attack animation the first time, if I haven't shown it before, just so you can get a... Because some of them are really nice, and some of them, like this one, I won't even be using all that much.
Right.
Because they're weaker weapons. Other times, it's just to break up, like, the tedium of the fight a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Just to give something more visually interesting to look at than...
That.
Than that, yeah, basically. Yeah. And other times it's just because I really like the animation, which will come up a lot when we get Daiguard. And yeah, if it's just like cinematic.
Is that what you're turning demo on and off? Is that what that is?
Yeah, demo is whether or not the animation is.
Oh, is that
Yeah. I tried to even it out as much as I could. I don't know if people actually watch this, they can give us feedback if they want to see more animations or less animations or whatever. I'm easygoing like this.
Yeah. No, you did it good. Like I just figured out when it is you're turning them on and off.
Freaking! That still pisses me off. Fuck you, Lock-On. It was like 100 points short. I still get the skill point for this stage, thankfully.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have to do conditions to actually get the skill point?
Yeah, in this one, I think it's like kill all enemies by like turn 4 or something.
Yeah.
And so I still get it, but I get a lot of it. The other reason that that I wanted us to do this series, this route that we're currently watching.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, right. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, wait. Back to your route in a second. Why does he throw his gauntlet off? Does that actually prevent him from doing the attacks with that arrow?
I don't actually know too much. Like, they don't really get into the Exia's like specs in the anime, and I don't like Gundam. I don't like 00 enough to like find out.
Because I always I saw him throw off the shield to do the machine gun. I'm like, okay, the shield is blocking the machine gun. But he threw it off to pull out the beam saber, and then I was like, wait.
I imagine it's just like to lighten the Gundam to make so you can do those needlessly, graceful sweeping things. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, I actually really like this animation. This is the clutch sniper.
Oh, he missed.
He misses twice.
Oh, what? Wait for it to lock on. Oh, lock on.
No, wait, see, this time he led the guy. And it still didn't kill him. But, yeah, one of the complaints about the Brasta is that people say its animations are needlessly long. I kind of agree to that to some extent, but, I mean, like Clutch Sniper, like, I just love seeing that. I could watch that all day, and in fact I do.
Well, I mean, I'm like...
It's one of the ones I play.
I'm the kind of person who just always has the animations on. Like, did you ever play Skies of Arcadia?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, normally I do. It's just that in Super Robot Wars, there'll be stages where you have to have, like, the same guy, like, deal with, like, you know, 10 or 20 dudes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to see the same animation, like, 10 times in a row.
I mean, like in Skies of Arcadia, where, you know, Ico was just the random battle winner. I just, like, had the thing on all... Oh, what?
This is the Brasta's new finishing. So.
Oh, cool.
Now it has a proper, after the little upgrade from the previous stage, now it has a proper finishing attack. The Brasta's moves don't actually change. It actually has the same weapons regardless of which configuration you pick, ranged or melee. It just changes the stats on which are more powerful. So like, I think if you go like range, that sniper attack is like the second most powerful attack, as opposed to like a fourth or something.
Wow.
And because the Brasta isn't a very complicated machine, its attacks are pretty much shoot lots of shit.
Yeah.
And then slice it open.
Nice.
Yeah. I actually really like that, that's the bunker blade. It's a shield that doubles as a
Yeah, no.
I really like that kind of thing when you've got like a multifunctional, you know, kind of weapon.
So is Crow a cowboy? Because he has this like pendant thing that looks kind of cowboy.
No, he's just a dude who's kind of obsessed with money.
Oh.
In fact, later on, he gets a whole superpower based around that.
So Zex did something.
Zex was just kind of there. If we went the Gundam route, he would actually show up in the next stage.
Huh.
But fuck that, we're doing the Super Robot route.
So yeah, about these routes, why is Gundam in its own league and then everything else is lumped together in some giant umbrella category?
No. It's just the Super Robot Wars when they make a game with brand new series, isn't it? Like this is the first time Gundam 00 has been in a Super Wars game. So They get a lot of route splits where they're just doing the Gundam 00 plots, so like they can have the spotlight. The other side of the equation is this stage is showing off Shin Mazinger, which is a modern retelling of Mazinger Z, the classic.
I hear you talk
Japanese
about that all the time.
Yeah. Mazinger is kind of like the Superman of giant robots. It was like the first one. People argue that it's arguable that you can include Tetsujin in there, but fuck it. No, I love Tetsujin, but like Mazinger was the first Super Robot show that really codified like what makes a Super Robot show a Super Robot show.
Okay.
So this is a modern retelling, Shin Mazinger Z, and it's super awesome.
So is this...
You wouldn't know that from this first, like, turn or two?
Yeah.
Because I hate this bit that they like to do it a lot. A lot of Super Wars games that use the early parts of Mazinger Z, and now in Shin Mazinger, is they'll do a bit where, like, the main character, Koji, can't get access to the robot for whatever reason, so he's got to stupid Pilder. And Koji doesn't have the stats to dodge shit. So the first 2 times I did this, random number generator screwed me over, and he died.
What? Yeah. So okay.
On like turn 2. Now he's got like a 40% chance to hit him.
Now is what's happening here somehow connected to what was happening with those Gundams back there?
Well, all the Gundams in this, the 00 guys and the Wing guys are all terrorists in this story. So they're off fulfilling, but they're separate, like, terrorist organizations, more or less.
Right.
So the 00 guys are trying to stop all war on Earth, and the Wing guys are trying to stop odds. So they're off doing that.
Okay.
Crow's coming over here because the lab that made Mazinger is doing something with like their whole claim to fame is they invented photon power, which is a new power source.
All right.
And because Gundam 00's plot revolves around the Earth not having between Gundam 00's plot is about the Earth being in a in a resource crisis.
Okay.
So a lot of the robots in here are in here because they have wacky new power sources.
Oh, that's classic.
That is classic, and it looks awesome, and I show it off a million times. So get used to it.
Alright, so, okay.
So Crow is here because he was told shit is going down at the Photon Power Lab,
Yeah.
and he's being paid to go and help it and stop, that lab from being destroyed or something like that.
So is there one...
This music rocks, I love it.
Is there one, like, overarching plot that connects all these things, or are they all their own isolated?
No, it's all eventually going to be about those dimensional beasts.
Oh, okay.
But what typically happens is the first part of any Super Robot Wars game is basically finding excuses for you to go around and collect new teammates.
Okay.
So, generally, in the newer games, they accomplish this with route splits, and eventually the teams will all just combine together, and you'll have your nice big mixed force of Mazinger and Gundam and Code Geass and whatever.
Well, no Ava, though.
Not in this game, but if we get a capture card, I can do the next game, where I get to punch an angel into the moon like 50 million times.
Oh, man.
It's awesome.
So I'm waiting for the moment. I'm waiting for the moment to tell you what Ava has left. But it's not the moment, I think.
Okay, well...
Do we go to the moon in this game? Is that...
I don't know if we go to the moon in this one.
Okay.
I don't think the moon shenanigans really happen until Z2.1-Stages, which is the next game.
Alright. But when we are at the cusp of the final stage or whatever, if I've not brought it up, tell me to tell you about Ava and what I just read the other day.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay, so what are these monkey head things?
Those are the Talos. The bad guy in Mazinger is Dr. Hell. Shut up. Dr. Hell...
And then Kentovor absorbed all the evil in the world and became Dr. Robotnik.
Look, he's... It's not... Okay, it's actually kind of... So Dr. Hell and Kazuto, I think his name is, Koji Kabuto, the main character of Mazinger Z. His grandpa and Dr. Hell were colleagues. And they found this ancient ruin where they found all this ancient technology. Yeah. And Koji's grandpa was like, awesome, I can make this into new... Oh shit, this is awesome. Look at this. Oh. That's Baron Ashura. He's a longtime Mazinger villain. He's literally half man and half woman.
Oh man. Whoa!
And he's gonna beat the shit out of Mazinger.
Whoa! This is like in freaking Final Wars when those dudes killed that crab thing.
Yeah, this is why Shin Mazinger is fucking fantastic. It's like all just crazy crap like this.
How's he doing that? Is he like a cyborg?
He's superhuman. He was put to get... He's from a race of ancient people, and he was literally rebuilt by... That's Dr. Hell. He was rebuilt by Dr. Hell to serve him, because Dr. Hell saw all the ancient technology and went, hey, I can use this to take over the world.
Oh, nice.
So he built an evil empire, and Koji's grandpa built Mazinger Z, so he could, stop Dr. Hell.
Right.
And that kind of brings us to this current situation where we're punching things that look vaguely Greco-Roman.
But wait, how does that give, Ashura the, superpowers?
I haven't finished watching Shin Mazinger Z, so I don't know all the nitty-gritty, but as I understand it, there was an ancient race of something that all these robots either these robots belong to or they built these robots.
Okay.
And I believe Varanashra is like from that race or something. They weren't human, they were something else that existed before. Yeah. That's how you do it, man. And that's what like every other super robot has been ripping off ever since.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the Dygard rocket punch. It's the best. Because it directly references Majin. And the other Gundam 00 guys show up.
To back up Crow or what?
Yeah, to back up Crow.
Okay.
Because they're interested in stopping all war, and in this instance, we are not the aggressors, so they're going to help us out.
Okay.
They kind of come off as douchebags in this game because they keep, like, warning the protagonists that if they ever, you know, step out of line, that they'll show up and kick their asses, but... I mean, you're not gonna beat Majinger with a Gundam. It just doesn't happen. So that's Gundam Virtue. So here we have Gundam Virtue and Gundam Kyrios, I think its name is. Gundam Virtue is the fat Gundam, whose pilot looks like a girl.
Wait, that's not a girl.
Listen to the voice.
No.
Fun fact, I believe that's Lelouch's voice actor from Code Geass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like Johnny.
Evan, you of all people should know that Code Geass never came to America.
I know, right?
I mean, that's why you've never heard of Code Geass, because it was never dubbed and localized into our language.
And it certainly isn't beloved across Japan for its English dub of Lelouch.
So,
there is no voice actor getting, like, international chicks, because...
Seriously, fuck Johnny Yamaguchi. So here I'm showing off Gundam Kyrios' gimmick. It can transform into a plane.
Nice.
Which is... It's pretty derivative of Zeta Gundam. I don't really know what else to say, because Gundam Kyrios is probably, like, the most boring piece of crap ever. I actually like it now that I've watched the show, and I really like the pilot, because the pilot is Alleluia. Alleluia Haptism.
Actually, yeah, it is.
And, but see, the whole thing is that Alleluia is a super soldier, and he has a split personality named Hallelujah.
Oh, man. Whoa.
And Hallelujah, who unfortunately doesn't show up much in this game, is like batshit crazy and awesome. I love it when he pops out. In the second game, like, they reconcile and you can just like merge them together, and then like it's awesome because when you do the battle sequences, like they'll be talking to each other like they're co-pilots. And you can tell which is which because I think Alleluia has like his left eye uncovered by his long bushy hair.
Okay.
And Hallelujah has his right eye uncovered.
Oh man.
And when they're fused, like the hair just goes straight up. So you can see both their eyes.
I imagine they're not shipped very much.
I'm sure they are. That would be silly.
Wait, I'm waiting for it to like turn back into a dude.
I don't think I do it. I think I do it later on this stage. The problem is that Gundam Kyrios isn't very good gameplay-wise. It's designed to be really fast and speedy, but all its weapons are really close range. And
like 10 of those missiles missed and just killed people.
The thing is that close-range weapons tend to have better accuracy than long-range weapons, and Gundam Kyrios isn't actually all that good at dodging shit, even though that's what it's supposed to be good for.
Oh, okay.
And you end up having to keep it in the plane mode most of the time, because the plane mode gets a slight boost to its dodging, not a whole lot, but you need every bit you get.
Yeah.
And its weapons are weak, and its pilot's not that great, and yeah, Kyrios is kind of weak. But his buddy Tyria, who I used to be loath to use. I kind of grudgingly ended up liking him during this playthrough. Because, sorry, I was going to say that because Tyria's whole gimmick is that Virtue is like really fat and sturdy, and it's got a barrier. So like, because he has the support defender skill, he can jump in and protect adjacent characters from attacks. And because he's got his barrier to reduce damage, he'll just no-sell, like a lot of, he'll just take no damage at all from attacks.
Yeah.
And all the Gundam 00 guys, by virtue of their futuristic technology, are equipped with solar furnaces, which give them passive energy regeneration.
Right.
He's got a pretty solid gimmick. Other characters generally only recover a little bit of energy every turn, but them and also Majinger get a pretty big chunk back every turn. So that's nifty. And I'm showing off the clutch sniper again. I told you I was going to show it a lot.
Yeah, and freaking rocket punch.
Oh, that was actually an example of support defend, because Majinger also has support. So
you missed.
Yes, missed twice. But 3 times later.
Oh, now he leaves the guy.
Yeah. I just love that bit. They get hit because they dodge. It's like 360 no scope.
I'm pretty sure it's just scope. Wait, okay, so what you're asking people questions? Are you talking to the enemy there, or what?
Oh, no, that little prompt that comes up is that's the in-battle save.
Because it says question. I assume the question was involved.
No, it's just me saving the game, and then it asks if you want to quit.
Oh, I see.
Or you want to keep playing.
Oh, okay.
I try not to do like a lot of save scumming, because that's not fun to watch. But I do save just in case. I do save just so that if something like goes horribly wrong,
you go,
like on my last turn, then I don't have to redo the entire stage.
Right.
I've done that for a few stages where, God, there's this one Code Geass stage. I did it like 6 times because bullshit kept killing me, or like I missed the skill point by like a little bit. I'm not doing a 100% run here because I don't hate myself that much.
Yeah.
But I am trying to get all the skill points I can, because that makes the game a bit more difficult, and that forces me to, to push myself a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of them. Yay! It's Daiguard. Daiguard is awesome.
I was gonna say it looks familiar, but I've never seen that anime, so...
You've seen it on my shelf.
Oh, probably, okay.
Because I own the whole series. It's so cool.
Oh, wait, it's that.
Yeah.
I think...
So, this whole
Wait, is that piloted by a girl?
No, it's piloted by 2 guys in the game.
Oh, okay. No, yeah.
So what I'm showing off here is that Daiguard, hilariously in this stage, has the lowest... I'm pretty sure it's the lowest armor value in the history of Super Robot Wars.
Huh.
Because in the backstory for this stage, in Daiguard was largely made as like a marketing tool, not as an actual super robot.
Yeah.
So it's like it was built by the lowest bidder, and it's treated as such. So in this stage, they were just showing off Daiguard for like a fair or something. Uh-huh. And it's a pain in the ass to transport its actual armor, so they gave it fake shitty armor made of like zinc or something. So it's perfectly functional, but it's gonna get its ass kicked.
Wait, what is that like squid?
That is a heterodyne.
I was gonna say, what is that?
They're basically the angels from Evangelion. They're like these monsters that just kind of pop up out of nowhere, and a special robot had to be built to fight them. But unlike in Evangelion, where the angels kept coming, the heterodyne just kind of fucked off for like a decade or so.
Oh.
And so Daiguard fell into disrepair and disuse.
Oh.
And that's why it's kind of a piece of shit.
So like it's not the D-Beasts from before.
No, this is they have woven the heterodyne into that whole D-Beast plot, because they are both, they're both dimensional traveling monsters. Yeah, extra-dimensional. That's a better word for it. But yeah, so I love Daiguard. It's actually like I love the show. I love the robot itself, and it's actually like surprisingly good. I know it doesn't look like it.
Funny story. Like, I think the last time you told me about it, I just, Googled it or did some looking into it, and found like a doujin on Fahu.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Like, long story short, like, it docked somewhere, and then two dudes there, like, had their way with whoever the chick is.
Those are probably the other two pilots.
And then, no, it can't be, because afterwards, like, when Dygard disembarked, she was pissed and, like, blew up the port and killed them.
So anyway, so Dygard's kind of weird because, okay, well, I should establish these terms right off the bat. I use the words super robot and real robot a lot in terms of gameplay.
Yeah.
What that means mechanically is that generally super robots are built to be tanky and real robots are built to be speedy and dodge shit.
Okay.
That's Dan Cougar Nova, but it's being piloted by a robot right now, and since the real pilots aren't there yet, it has no personality or bearing on the story, and I won't talk about it.
Okay.
So Dygard functions like a super robot, but it's got really shitty armor, even when it has its real armor back.
Okay.
If you fully max out Dygard's armor, it's roughly equal to what Mazinger starts with.
Huh.
But Dygard's whole gimmick is that the pilot, Akagi, has an insanely high skill level in the Prevail skill. Prevail is a skill that most super robots have. Basically, when your hit points get lower, you get huge boosts to your armor and your aim and your dodging and shit.
Oh, no.
So the idea is that because Dygard will take damage fast, its stats will ramp up quickly.
It's like freaking Olaf in LoL.
Yeah, basically. It's that same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same kind of thing. So, but the thing is that Dygard actually has really good attacks, and eventually, because it has 3 pallets, it has lots of staying power. So, if you invest in it enough, really, you don't even have to invest in it enough. If you just kind of stick with it a bit, it becomes one of the better robots in the game. And fan reaction seems to be pretty favorable to Dygard. I think because of this, and because of how much fun personality the robot has. You'll see it when it gets more of its attacks. It just has the punch things right now. But yeah. Also, Dygard is our first resupply unit, so that's pretty awesome. If you park somebody next to Dygard, then Dygard can use its turn to fully restock all their ammo and also recover their energy.
That rider kick looks so cool, but it's so weak.
Yeah, that's because the Aphrodite, I believe it's called. It's the support robot for Mazinger, so it's actually a repair machine. It's not meant to actually fight.
Oh, okay.
And it's not that great. The advantage that this route has over the Gundam route is I don't think you get any repair or resupply units for a long time in the Gundam route. Whereas here you have Dygard, who can actually fight, and the Aphrodite, which can repair and also support defend, and it can finish things off at least.
Right.
But yeah, Aphrodite was very much made in the era of women don't do real fighting.
Yeah.
It's got boob missiles, for crying out loud.
It can bring Dygard a sandwich.
It brings Mazinger a sandwich.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much. I don't use the rest hurricane there.
Okay, so plot for this segment, like, why are we now meeting with the freaking Mazinger guys?
Well, we joined it. We joined up.
No, but I mean,
we joined. Mazinger joined us because to stop Dr. Hell and all the bad guys.
Oh,
this is Mazinger's other trademark attack, the Rust Hurricane. It mixes wind with acid and blows it at things.
Cool.
Not only does it look cool, but it has the added nifty effect of lowering the target's armor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I don't think I get around to it. I really should in the early stages. If you give Mazinger the assist attack skill, which lets it attack after an adjacent person attacks, you can use that to trigger Rust Hurricane, and then have Mazinger just do its own thing and wreck them.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. But,
so Dr. Hell's guys are here because why?
I don't know the exact reason. Dygard was there for some kind of fair, presumably they were gonna like abduct maybe Dargard or something.
And then that
and then Smoginger
showed up.
Yeah, and then Dargard was deployed to fight the Heterodyne.
Yeah.
Well, Dargard was deployed, and the pilots decided to use to fight the Heterodyne, even though they're the CEOs of the company don't want them to, because that's a lot of paperwork.
Right.
But yeah, and then we show up to help because we are an actual, giant robot response team.
Right.
And we have real machines that can actually fight shit.
This like 4-stage attack.
You should see when it gets the spigots. That's late game. It's even more gratuitous. And then eventually it gets its other upgrade in the next game, and well, someday you might see that. But yeah, like I said, you can infer enough from context that you don't really need the exact plot details.
Right.
A lot of it's very visual, especially if you've actually seen the anime. You can just kind of figure out what's going on.
They just appeared and left.
They appeared to say, "You guys still not fighting any wars? All right, good," and disappear.
All right.
No, literally, that is what happened more or less.
Meanwhile, in Japan,
I believe at this point we had the option of going full hog Gundam, Celestial Being route, which is the 00 guys.
Oh, okay.
I said fuck that and decided to keep going with the Super Robot guys because I think now we get God Mars. And God Mars is awesome. Oh no, this is Strider.
So wait, so basically you went the route with all the guys that like
nobody knows
who they are, yeah.
Pretty much. This is Strider. When it's not being deployed, it's playground equipment. You're gonna love this because Strider is super duper 70s Super Robot.
Oh no.
Just listen to the music. If you can, because the capture got really shitty in this stage for some reason.
Okay. It looks like freaking like the OG, the first Megazord and like Voltron combined.
Yeah. Yeah, Invincible Strider G7 is piloted by a kid.
I was gonna say, is it piloted by that child?
Yep. That's Wada. He's the CEO of a failing company. Well, it's a failing company because I haven't seen the show because it's really old and nobody wants to sub stuff like this. But as I understand it, his dad bankrupted the company building a super robot, and then just kind of fucked off and left Wada to deal with the bill.
But he has the robot.
He has the robot, and they do like jobs with it. They do like construction and shit with it. But fortunately, they can also fight bad guys with it. Like these douchebag terrorists piloting Axion.
Oh, so close.
Which are I freaking hate these machines. I don't know if these versions of the Axions have them, but later versions of this particular machine show up with the jamming ability. And those are annoying because jamming increases the hit and evade of all your allied units within 2 spaces. So it's nifty when you have a jamming unit. Some of your guys have it, but these guys all have it. So they will all. It doesn't stack, but when they're all next to each other, it makes them really hard to hit because your 90 becomes an 80.
Yeah.
And because they're small, and because Strider is really shitty at actually hitting stuff right now, it's really more like an 80 that becomes a 70. So, yeah, this stage is kind of crappy, actually. I don't...
Somebody enabled that freaking 60s Jeep to fly.
It's called the Shuttle?
See.
It's another resupply unit like Dygard.
Yeah.
Except it has no combat viability whatsoever. So
okay.
I usually stick with Dygard because I'd rather have guys who can actually fight. You can actually skip like animation segments in this game. It's a nifty feature. So I tend to skip a lot of the enemy attacks, just because enemies tend to only have like 1 or 2 attacks.
Yeah, they're not as cool. Oh, finger missile, bullets.
Right. See, Dygard's awesome. Strider's awesome. Strider's also really good because Wada has Wada's special CEO skill. At the end, if he lives long enough if he lives to the end of a stage, then all your guys who deployed get 5 pilot points.
Oh.
Pilot points are like experience points you can trade in for skills and stat boosts and stuff.
Oh man.
So on a first run, Strider is really handy to just.
Whoa! Oh, get out of town.
See, the problem here is that every robot in Super Robot Wars is classified into a size category.
Yeah.
And basically, bigger robots do more damage and take less damage from smaller robots.
But it's harder to hit them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Strider is a large size robot, which is like 100 plus feet.
Okay.
To the bigger the size categories get, the wider the ranges.
Oh, that they can move.
No, I just mean the wider the classification is. So
okay.
Like small class robots are like up to 30 feet or so. Medium class robots are up to like 90, 100 feet or so. But large is like between like 100 and 500 or something.
Oh, okay.
It gets to be pretty big difference. But anyway, it's so because those guys were like I think medium size, then Strider was at an aiming penalty.
Right.
It gets really egregious when you're fighting like Kogiya's guys who are all S-sized enemies.
Yeah, because they're little.
Yeah. And there are 2 entire enemy factions who are just small-sized guys. So it becomes a huge pain in the ass to fight those guys. Whereas these Majinger dudes are all, I believe they're L-sized. So Strider has no problems, hitting them. Which is good because Wada is like the only Super Robot pilot who doesn't come with Spirit Command to help his aim. He comes with one that heals him for cheap, and he comes with one that reduces his damage, so he's got good staying power.
Yeah.
But he can't hit for crap, so you've got to work on fixing that, unfortunately.
Is it just... Oh, no, here's some...
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, it's you versus 5 of those statues.
It was, but yeah, now we've got the rest of the team here, so everything will be fine. We got the Aphrodite healing up Strider. The shuttle's there so it can resupply Strider next turn. Because Strider's running out of energy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's the other big problem with Strider. Its better attacks drain a lot of energy, so it doesn't have a lot of staying power. It's a good robot. Its only crime is it's not very exciting. It doesn't have cool like gimmicks like Majinger or Daigard.
Yeah,
but it's perfectly good squad filler until you get better things.
I mean, it has finger bullets.
Yeah. Later on, it gets twin swords too, and the animation for those looks sweet. And like once its contemporary invincible machines show up, it gets combo attacks.
All right, so
awesome.
If like I may have just asked this like minutes ago, but like remind me again what we're doing here. Why are Dr. Hell's guys right here?
I don't actually know.
No, I asked that during the squid. I don't know what's happening during this segment.
Oh, I know that a lot of the bad guys' plots revolve around stealing, like, the new, like, energy sources and shit. Solar furnaces, photon power, get a raise, things like that. I don't know how Strider really plays into this.
Yeah.
I just know that...
thing with one eye keeps showing up.
Oh, that's just like a placeholder. That's just like kind of a standard animation for certain types of enemies.
Oh, okay.
Or it's a
holy crap!
It's like a placeholder portrait. Like enemies piloted by robots or like faceless monsters all have just these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I thought it was like some kind of main villain, and I should be paying attention.
Yeah. The monsters that Majinger usually fights are just like mindless robots, occasionally like directed by Baron Ashura.
Huh.
So, yeah, most of them won't have a portrait. If they do, they'll have Baron Ashura, and that's, I guess, to represent him like standing on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Telling them to kill Majinger or something. I think I'm trying to figure out how to sneak in that skill point at this point.
Do you remember what you have to do? Like, what is?
No, I get the point. While I was playing this, I had the wiki open, which has all the translation, which has all the requirements for the points translated.
Oh, okay.
So I had the details of what I needed to do. It's just a matter of figuring out like how I'm going to kill all these guys in a single turn. Because this team doesn't have a whole lot of damage output right now.
Right.
Especially, it's really like the Barasta and Majinger are the big damage dealers, and they can only kill so many things, per turn. So I'm just like screwing around with hit rates, and I think I was trying to set up a support attack there, but I just went fuck it. Bird attack. Oh, did I not do? Oh, no, I didn't do the bird attack. I would have showed that off. But
is that thing unfriendly? That little Spiny from freaking Mario Brothers?
Yeah, that was that big shelled thing that you just saw.
Oh, that was that thing that almost ate the.
Yeah, the one that you were asking. Yeah, Daggart also has the best theme song. This is my ringtone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this exact version too, because I like this instrumental version. I just love Daggart so much. I was so freaking ecstatic.
So is the next stage gonna have a guy that I know?
Maybe. I think this is the last stage in the playlist we have set up right now.
Oh wait, then it's time for freaking Ava.
Oh, okay. Then
is this actually the last thing?
I think it might be.
Okay, well it doesn't matter. Okay, so
you might as well say it.
Ava, like, if it has not already been acknowledged as like the most beloved and possibly influential anime ever of times.
Sure, why not?
Because now you've seen it. Yeah,
of course.
And the movie, you've seen End of Evangelion?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Actually, you don't need to see End of Evangelion. So, you know how, like, they killed the angel in orbit by like throwing the lance up there? So, a Kickstarter, except it's not a Kickstarter, it's like Japan Kickstarter. I think it's like Ready For or something.
Okay.
A Kickstarter has been started.
Okay.
To construct a Lance of Longinus and stick it into the moon.
How many billions of dollars is that going to require?
It's last I checked, the Kickstarter was up to like $1 million.
I would like to say fucking Japan, but I know there's a lot of American fans. I'm sure our friends.
Well, they're gonna have to do the launch from the U.S.
from NASA.
Yeah. Like, Japan can't launch that.
God damn it, why are we throwing good American dollars at sticking a fake lance in the moon?
Well, they're not. I mean, we're not paying for it. It's good. They want it to be all Kickstarter, and I don't know what the goal is.
But people are paying real money for that.
I mean, and number one,
it's money that can go to like hospitals or buying our capture card.
I mean, number one, I don't know, but I think. Wait, what the hell is that?
Oh, Strider can turn into a plane.
Oh, I missed the transformation.
It doesn't. They don't do it anymore, unfortunately. But in the modern, they don't have like an actual transforming like scene. You just like hit the menu command, and they're just replaced by a new sprite. In Super Robot Wars 3, back when the animations were shitty anyway, they had like a whole little like cutscene when certain robots like combined or transformed. It was awesome. But it was all like 16-bit, so it didn't look that great.
Anyway, last I checked, I mean, and granted, this is just me ballparking, but doesn't it take like $50 million to launch like a satellite into space, to launch like anything into space?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, it takes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
insane amount of money.
And also,
otherwise everybody would be going to NASA and be like, hey, can you launch this thing into space for me?
Yeah. And apart from that, like, yeah, people
Wait, new Daggard attack. Oh, or I think I'm. What am I doing? Oh, okay. That's the gain spell, which will double the amount of XP he gets.
Oh, okay.
Daggard has a special thing where, like, it has the salaryman skill, so every time it levels up, every time it survives a map, and every time it kills, like, 10 enemies, it gets some bonus pilot points.
Yeah.
Because they're being paid their salary. Shut up, Daggard's awesome. Look at that drill.
Oh, you got drill.
Shut up! Daggard came out like 15 years prior.
That's that attack from Gurren Lagann.
Yes, Gurren Lagann, the very first giant robot anime. Everybody knows that. I don't think I got the. I didn't get the. Oh, I didn't get the skill point from this one. That's so sad.
But yeah, like, what? Was that it?
I think that was...
Yeah.
Okay, that was it.
Anyway, here's hoping that the freaking Ready 4 guys don't just run off with the money instead of launching stuff into space.
I sincerely hope they do. Teach all these Ava fans a lesson.
And I guess we will see you guys later.
Yeah, next time. Later.